Hi everyone, this is Devotii here with another Counter-Strike Global Offensive video. Today I'm going to be looking at competitive Counter-Strike for beginners, telling you everything you need to know about competitive Counter-Strike games. So let's get into it. Typically, games are 5v5 and played on DE maps. The most popular maps are Dust 2, Inferno, Nuke and Train. Terrorists have a bomb to plant and explode, and the counter-terrorists have to defuse the bomb if it is planted. Killing the entire enemy team will win you that round. You get 1 life per round, so it's not deathmatch styled, and I'll do more on rounds in a bit. So first I'll be going over game type. This is like classic competitive, however usually the league or tournament that you're in will have their own configuration or settings to be loaded. But these settings that I will tell you are generally true across all leagues and ladders. So you have to buy your armour and helmets and your defuse kits. You don't just get given them like you do in classic casual. Your starting money is $800 and you earn more money by getting kills or completing your objectives. This will allow you to buy more powerful weapons. The bomb typically takes 35 seconds to explode, and the bomb takes 5 seconds to defuse with a kit or 10 seconds without one. It is usually best to defuse when all terrorists are dead, or if you think you can survive 5 to 10 seconds without dying. Gameplay is done on a round by round basis, and each game has 2 halves. Each half is played on opposite teams, so you'd be terrorists for one side and counter-terrorists for the other. Max rounds. This is how many rounds are played per half. Typically 15, but also 12 or 9 have even been played depending on the league or tournament. So with a max rounds 15 settings, the winner is usually first to 16. However, if it was 12 or 9, it would be first to 13 or 10. This is because your score will always be higher even if the enemy team wins all the remaining rounds. So for example, this could be 16-14. You can draw 15-15 in tournaments, and a max round 3 with $16,000 start money is usually used for overtime. Each round has a time limit to prevent boring gameplay which takes forever to carry out. This is usually 1 minute 45 seconds. At the start of each round is a freeze time. This is when you cannot move at the start of a round and is used to discuss strategies for that round, as well as buying items. $16,000 is the most amount of money you can have at any one time in a match. In situations where a round difference may be needed, such as in a league cup or in the event of a draw, you would play out the remaining rounds after winning or losing. At the start of a game, there is usually a knife round to decide whether you start terrorists or counter-terrorists. Obviously the winner of this knife round decides. This can be good to gain a larger lead on maps which might be CT biased, in turn needing less rounds on the harder side. For example, you win the first half 12-3 on max rounds 15. You'd only need 4 rounds the next half to win with 16 rounds overall. This can be good for team morale. So a little bit on basic strategy now. The first round after the knife round, which the knife round doesn't count towards the overall score. This is known as the pistol round, as the starting $800 can only buy pistols as a main weapon. You do start with a free Glock on terrorists and a P2000 on the counter-terrorists. You might spend your starting cash on a different pistol, such as the Desert Eagle or Deagle, this is popular, or you might buy some grenades, typically a flashbang or high explosive grenades to prevent rushes. You might just buy some Kevlar also. The Molotov is priced at $850 and therefore cannot be bought in the pistol rounds. As counter-terrorists, you might buy a defuse kit in addition to a grenade. Items can be bought in the buy menu. Default is B to access this. So you've lost the pistol round. Unlucky. This means the enemy team have more money than you do now. You might be able to afford an SMG, however, or your team might decide between them to eco this round. An eco round is an economy round. This is when you do not buy anything or just buy minimal, such as grenades. This is done in order to save money for the next round. So, for example, you're expecting to lose this round, but in the long run, you'll be able to do what is called a full buy the following up round and then win from then on out. As there are 2 bomb sites, counter-terrorists, it is usually best to cover both. For example, on Dust 2 you might play 2 on each site and then 1 in the middle to spot which direction the terrorists are going. As terrorists you can either spread out also and try to kill a counter-terrorist and then all work towards where that player died, or you can typically rush a bomb site to kill all the players on the bomb site and plant the bomb before the rest of the counter-terrorist team have rotated around the map. There are many different strategies used on different maps, and if you'd like to know more about specific map strategies, please do leave a comment below. I've been Devotii and this has been a video on competitive Counter-Strike for beginners. I hope now that you grasp a good concept and idea of how Counter-Strike match is played out in a competitive standard. So thanks for watching, please do leave a like, a comment if you feel like you need to, and do subscribe to the AceGamesTV network. Thank you.